Following segment sponsored by Appalachian Resource Conservation and Development Council.
Well, it is a beautiful morning to be out on the farm this morning as we continue to introduce you to some of our area farmers thanks to our partnership with Appalachian Resource Conservation and Development Council. Today, we are right here in the heart of Johnson City, a different chick farm and orchard. They have been growing and doing this for several years now. They've become known as the pepper people. It wasn't always that way. It started with rare chickens, but as you can see, it is a busy day here out on the farm. They're actually planting more peppers. They have lots of peppers, and you can see rows and rows over here, 6 acres of different organic produce. And today we're going to learn a little bit more about the Stanley family and how this all came to be.
We actually started with really rare chickens. So we sold a lot of rare chickens. Then we decided that maybe that wasn't exactly what we wanted to do, maybe stay with the chickens, but the majority of our family was girls, so we decided to keep the name A Different Chick.
Stephen and Tiffany Stanley moved their family into Johnson City back in 2011. They bought a home with 6 acres of land.
The original plan was I wanted a small apple orchard, so a dozen trees has turned into 250 trees. And I wanted a dozen chickens, and now Tiffany has 300 chickens. And so plans changed.
Plans have definitely changed. Tiffany was an aspiring nurse practitioner. Stephen owned an auto repair business. They were growing some vegetables and selling from a small stand on their property.
We were putting 30, 40 hours a week into the farm and 40 hours a week into the business. And so back at the end of COVID, we shut the business down and made the full-time move to the farm. That was about 3 years quicker than we were planning on doing it, but COVID kind of dictated the change, and we haven't regretted the move.
Working alongside each other and their children. Their daughters have grown up, but still spend time on the farm. Their son Daniel also helps out when he's not in school.
So going from nurse practitioner to farmer is completely different, so not even in the ballpark. But as I got married and grew and had kids, I was probably the last one that wanted the farm, but all of the rest of the family did, so I went along with it, and I think now I love it more than the rest of them. So it's kind of just grew with me.
Also growing the produce, rows of tomatoes and cucumbers, as well as a variety of fruits.
We grow melons, strawberries, we grow greens in the off-season. Fruit production, we do apples and pears, peaches, plums, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries.
Quite a variety, but their biggest producer now is peppers. Lots and lots of peppers.
We do about 450 varieties of peppers and around 6,000 plants of peppers, so everything from sweet to melt your face.
And from those peppers, they make hot sauces, seasonings, and other pepper products. What started as family Christmas gifts has now grown into farmers market favorites.
We're around 4 years into hot sauce, and we thought we were going into this winter with way more hot sauce than we needed, and we thought it would carry us through pepper season this year, which doesn't start for at least another 30 days before we'll start harvesting anything. And a lot of the stuff is another 60 days out before we'll start pulling it off pepper plants. So here we are, and we're down to our last about 16 bottles of hot sauce, which could easily sell in one market, because we can sell 5, 6, 7 cases in a market.
Several varieties, a whole line of products. Stephen says it's about not letting leftover produce go to waste, which ensures farm profitability and sustainability.
If it doesn't sell at market, we got a freeze dryer to work with, so we'll freeze dry peppers. We got multiple dehydrators, so we dehydrate peppers, and then we got a walk-in cooler so we can store some of the peppers for up to a couple of weeks. And still keep them in real nice shape. If your farm isn't profitable, you can't keep it going. And that's why I think we see a lot of farms shut the doors, or the next generation not want the farm, is because they saw mom and dad never made a dollar. They never were able to keep the lights on. They were never able to keep a car with tires on it, or so on and so forth. And so we decided with peppers, you have to really overgrow. So we grow way more than we're going to sell at market, because you've got to have extra, because one week somebody wants a bushel of jalapenos and the next week nobody wants a jalapeno. And so when we started coming home with those, we started drying them and making seasoning out of them. Then we started making hot sauce out of them, the extras that's left over, and doing so forth with them. So now it's just really a full circle thing.
They're cultivating their own path and growing every year. They say selling at farmers markets is one of their favorite parts.
We went to the Johnson City Farmers Market the first year, and honestly, we just fell in love. I mean, it was, we enjoyed interacting with the customers. We enjoyed the smile on people's faces when they were getting the fresh tomatoes or the peppers or so forth. So we started sharing in what made our hearts happy. So we started doing more of it and more of it and more of it.
And for the Stanleys, being able to work together, raising their children on the farm has been a blessing.
I really quite enjoy it. A lot of people would say they'd kill their husbands working with them all day long, every day. But I think I would be sad at this point not having my husband with me every day. And when Daniel's not in school and he gets to help, and when he's out of school at the end of the day, it's really nice to be able to spend time with him and get to work with him and teach him things along the way.
And of course, you can meet the Stanley family every Saturday at the Johnson City Farmers Market, or you can come here and tour their farm and get to know them. That is a big event coming up. It is the Big Farm Tour by Appalachian RC&D, and we have Emily Bidgood here with us to tell us a little bit more about the council's event. This farm tour, very popular, and now right around the corner.
It is. This is the 6th time we've done it, and it's a testament to it that the fact that farms that have participated over those years usually come back and do it again, like a different chicken farm. And so if you've come out and seen them over the years, it's actually incredible to see all the new things going on as well, the new plans, the new expansion. I just love hearing what new dreams and products, and so our farms in this area have so much ingenuity, have so much entrepreneurship. And I think if you come out on the farm tour, you have your choice of about 20 to 25 farms, and the ones that you can fit into your day, you'll just be blown away by the beauty of the region, the bounty, and all the incredible farmers that grow our food and our fiber and our flowers.
All of it.
And a farm does cob houses. There's so many different things to choose from.
Alpacas, you can meet some of the cattle farm. I mean, there really is such a variety, which I love. Everybody has a different story, and I think that's what's so neat about really featuring all of these different farms and where they started and where they are.
Mm-hmm. There's farms that have long stories, centuries-long stories, and there's farms that are new, that are just starting. So knowing where your food comes from and knowing about your farmer in this region's history, it's something that's important to the mission of Appalachian RC&D Council. And so it fills your soul, fills your belly, fills your soul.
I love that. And then afterwards, you can join together for a special concert.
Yes, please come out, support the mission of local food and farms for all. It's also that Saturday, June 21st. The Barefoot Movement is coming. We're really excited about them. And also, the opener is a winner of a songwriting contest that we just held for songs about love for the land.
I love it. All right. Well, Emily, thank you so much. As you can see, work continues here, planting those seeds. You can stop by and see the Stanleys, and you can get your tickets for the farm tour by going to the website. It's arcd.org. There you'll find more information, but it's all happening not this Saturday, but next.